So we're back to the second installment of 3D Printing 2.0 live from CES 2014 in Las Vegas. And today I'm going to show you how 3D Systems is mainstreaming 3D printing all the way to the classroom, the living room, the man cave, the wardrobe, and the kitchen. So we're here with some new and exciting product introductions. We have 12 new introductions here at CES 2014, and we're going to start right away with one of the most exciting new announcements, our brand new Cube 3 that is all about making 3D printing real and easy. So I'm here with my good friend and colleague Keith Ozar, who's our Director of Consumer Product Marketing for 3D Systems. And Keith, we're going to talk about the new Cube, the Cube 3, and the new Cube Pro. So let's start with, what's the big deal about the new Cube 3?
Well, first of all, I'm really excited to say that the new Cube 3 is dual materials, dual color, easy features. So one of the features that I'm really excited about is this Insta-Load cartridge. No longer is it a pain to load cartridges. This cartridge has an integrated nozzle, so no more clogs. I mean, that's a super easy feature. Also, it's factory leveled, so no more trouble leveling your printer. These are just amazing features that I'm really excited that the consumer is just going to love.
So dual extrusion from dual materials simultaneously, Insta-Load of the cartridge with a disposable nozzle that goes into the machine easier than you can load
It's
a
like
2D, easier than you can load a 2D printer cartridge, and completely disposable at the end. Still recyclable cartridges that you can return to us because we're big about sustainability. Factory leveling that never goes out of adjustment. Sub $1,000, Keith.
Yeah,
You
so
forgot to mention that,
yes,
right?
And super high resolution. So.
And real high resolution, high fidelity prints at levels now of 75 micron. Layer thinness.
Yes.
Layer thinness, big deal, layer thinness. And all of that plug and play coming to the market in the second quarter of this year. Ready to go.
Ready to go. And one more thing that I'd love to talk about is the mobile app. So now it runs on the iOS or the Android. You can print from your phone. You can scroll through your shelf on Cubify.com and print all your creations right from your mobility device.
And so it's all integrated now with your shelf, your libraries, your ecosystem, your curated prints that are on the new Cubify 2.0 that we'll talk about in a few minutes. And I can operate it from my smartphone.
Yeah, simple, easy.
Pretty amazing. So there you have it, folks. The first true sub $1,000 dual extrusion 3D printer for your home, for your man cave, for your living room, for your den, for your classroom, for your garage, for your desktop at the office, and on the go.
Yes, yeah. And then we also have, which I am super excited about, is the Cube Pro. I mean, this is a...
So talk to me about what's the big deal about the Cube Pro. The Cube Pro is a completely new addition to 3D Systems consumer and prosumer portfolio. It's introduced here for the first time on the floor of CES 2014. Yeah. What's the big deal about the Cube Pro, Keith?
Well, it's very similar to the Cube. It has touchscreen, color, very intuitive UI, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, great features to have to print wirelessly.
So wireless on-the-go connectivity and printability, pretty amazing.
And also going to be working from your mobile app, so wirelessly printing from your mobile app to the Cube Pro, large build volume, 10.
So we're completely plugged into the Cubify ecosystem, and I can now completely access all of my prints, all of my designs, all of my curated content, all of my branded collections on the go from my shelf. But let's back up a little bit. We start with a completely new offering here with Cube Pro, that comes in single, dual, and triple head extrusion, but for the first time in a controlled chamber. So we're really controlling the print environment, and we're assuring that all the time, every time, with every print, we get high fidelity, accurate, true to CAD printability.
It's true, it levels up the prosumer market for these machines. And what I'm really excited about is, multicolor. The machine actually knows what material you're using and adjusts for that in the controlled chamber. I just love the touch screen. It's really simple to use. Printing big things in multicolors. I mean, that's what everybody
And
wants.
professional quality. So for the first time, we're basically saying to folks, whether you're a prosumer or a consumer, you can now, in under $5,000 for triple extrusion, get professional quality at home, in your garage, in your model shop, in your man cave.
Yes. And
Professional quality in a controlled print environment with up to 3 colors or materials simultaneously.
it's 75 microns, and then we have a fast mode that you can print at 350 microns if you just want to make a draft really quickly. So you have options here. I mean,
So
it really
fast printing, fine printing, professional printing, all in one.
Yes.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
So I'm here with my good friend Andy Jeffrey, who is the global guru on ceramic 3D printing and the founder of Figolo, who now joined 3D Systems. And we're here together this morning at CES 2014 to introduce the first ever ceramic 3D printer at sub $10,000. And to tell us all about this, Andy, why don't you explain to us what Cerajet does and how it works, and why should anybody who's into pottery and ceramics get excited about it?
Sure, Avi. Cerajet is a really exciting development in that it allows artists to conceive of ceramic designs that previously they would have had no idea of how to make. And we eliminate all of the traditional limitations of producing ceramics, such as molds, the potter's wheel. We're overturning 30,000 years of ceramic technology and bringing it into the 21st century with Cerajet.
And in complexities that you could never make on a potter's wheel, right?
Complexities you could never make, designs you could never think of, reproducibility. So once you have the design, you can spend all of your effort in producing a beautiful design, knowing that you can reproduce those designs many times over. So it opens up new markets really for people into pottery, because they can really execute beautiful designs, knowing that they can make them affordably, reproducibly, and reliably.
And ready for glazing and firing. It comes out of the printer and you're ready to glaze it and fire it.
Exactly, Avi. It's the objects come out of the printer. They have very, very good green strength. You simply shake off the loose powder, dust it off with some compressed air, and then put it in the kiln ready for firing. And then after that first firing, you do a glazing step. So the ease of production is really very, very good, and the flexibility of the production is excellent.
So if I'm into ceramics, if I'm an artist, if I am into pottery, for the first time now I can own a sub $10,000 3D printer in my shop or in my artist studio,
yeah.
And I can begin to make things like, talk to me about this, because this is incredible. We just did this over the weekend,
Yeah,
right?
And
this went from idea to real
finished object.
finished object in how many days?
It was about 6 days.
6 days from an idea to a complete set,
So,
right?
So this really illustrates the beautiful objects that we can create, and the complexity of the objects. And this ladder structure would take hours and hours and hours for someone to make by hand. And we've got a set of 6 of these. And this cup, you probably couldn't make this by hand. It would be extremely difficult. And again, we just executed that, produced the cup, and we have this, you know, fantastic.
Look at that! I mean, this is just incredible.
Yeah. So we could just do this without. I never think about how we're going to make something. I just think about what's the best design we can make, what's the most beautiful object we can make, and the machine, Sarah just takes that design and produces the objects just really well. And I still get amazed every time I look at a piece that comes out of the machine. I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm still constantly amazed at what we can do with this process.
So, Sarajet coming to a marketplace near you in the second half of this year, sub $10,000, venturing into a completely new space, and it's at the heart of what we call 3D printing 2.0, which is mainstreaming it and opening completely new use cases and marketplaces for 3D printing. There you have it. So next in 3D printing 2.0, I want to talk about food printing, and I'm here with two of my best friends, with Liz and Kyle Van Hasselen, who actually created the Sugar Lab and are now part of 3D Systems. And I want to talk to you about the real Iron Chef in the kitchen, because you know, we've had lots of discussions about Iron Chef, and everybody I think in the world knows about Iron Chef competitions, but today we're going to talk about the real deal. We're going to bring into the kitchen for the first time the real Iron Chef. And we're going to start with this beautiful Chef Jet that's going to come into the market in the second half of this year. And this is the first scaled chocolate printer that you guys want us to mainstream and bring into every candy shop, every pastry chef's restaurant, every kitchen, every event kitchen. And I want to hear your vision, and I want to hear what you're doing with Chef Jet and how you're going to mainstream it into everybody's kitchen.
Absolutely. So Chef Jet, one of the most exciting things for us about Chef Jet is that this is a whole new genre for 3D printing. So food is a whole new genre for 3D printing. And it's an amazing genre because it has so much to do with family and lifestyle and celebration. And it's so universal that it's something that everyone can really embrace 3D printing in this way. And that's something that's really exciting for us.
In the community that we're going to address, pastry chefs, event planners, hotels, chocolatiers, all of these folks are super creative, and they're going to find really exciting things to do with this printer. And they're going to be able to do it because this will be the world's first and only NSF certified kitchen ready printer that can go right in a kitchen, and that's really exciting. Avi's holding right now some of the best actually 3D printed chocolate in the world, and we should actually probably do a taste test.
We absolutely should, but you know, I've never seen chocolate that had moving parts in it.
I don't think there ever has been before.
And you guys printed it out of this beautiful
with the Chef Jet.
Chef Jet right here, and we're gonna taste it.
Yeah,
would you like one?
As well, yeah. So this is delicious milk chocolate.
So folks, this is the first time ever that you see anybody actually eats their 3D printables.
That's right.
Right here at CES 2014. Historic.
Cheers.
So cheers.
Cheers. It's really good.
It's really good.
It's amazing. I mean, the flavor is so rich, and I love the way that it melts in your mouth.
That's a
Heavenly.
chocolate richness.
This is really heavenly.
Really good. Great.
So at the Sugar Lab, we've developed a variety of recipes just in our home kitchen. That includes chocolate, but it also includes other candy flavors.
So talk to us about this a little bit.
Yeah. So this is our candy recipe, whereas that was our chocolate recipe. Just like when you're baking, we mix different ingredients together and we put them into the printer. And then Chef Jet makes this beautiful confection. So this is our candy recipe, and this is sour apple flavor. It's really tart, and it's really delicious, and these are bright neon ombre colors. So they're fun, nice for dinner parties or favors for parties. It's really fun.
And because they're 3D printed, we can can make really intricate, detailed, interlocking shapes that has never been possible with candy before. And this is just the beginning.
So there are more rattly parts.
So can I taste one of these
Absolutely.
too?
Please.
Here it goes.
They're very tart.
Tart
These are
is
my
good.
favorite,
Tart is
actually.
good.
Tart's my favorite.
Yeah.
Sour apple.
All right. Mmm.
I like that one the best.
This one really melts in your mouth,
does.
and it kind of fills your mouth with taste.
And it's
It's
a,
amazing. It
it's
really
a
is
very
amazing.
delicate crunch right in the beginning. There's a delicate shell, and then it's a little bit chewy.
And
Candy.
a lot of our taste testers have told us it reminds them of cotton candy. Just a little chewiness at the end. It makes it fun and candy-like.
These are my favorite.
Yeah, these
Sour.
are really amazing. What a way to start the day at CES 2014.
Exactly. First thing in the morning.
So what do we have here in the cases?
Great. So these are some examples of other applications that you can make custom confections using ChefJet and ChefJet Pro. So you can do everything from large multi-tiered wedding cakes, as you see over here.
This is incredible.
Yeah, so this is a 3-tiered wedding cake with 3D printed sugar and candy components and cake tiers in between. So the concept for this was that we started with a plate, with a traditional blue china plate, and designed the whole dessert from that plate. And because it's 3D printing, we can really customize every part and dial that in. So it's really custom, really embellished, really fun, really experimental.
So we're seeing for the first time this frosting, this sugar frosting, becoming functional, a functional part of the cake. It's rigid enough to support actually the tiers of the cake, which is traditionally done by ceramic, for example. So we're really seeing...
So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Let me stop you right there, Kyle,
Yeah.
and say, do you see any fusion between what we do with CeraJet and what we do with ChefJet?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
There's so much overlap between the ceramic possibilities with CeraJet and the ChefJet candy and food types, and you can really quickly imagine seeing custom sets of teaware or desserts where the food that you're about to consume and the ceramic plating are both designed to complement each other. And there are just endless permutations there. We could go farther and even make really specific molds to make beautiful cake shapes that really complement the 3D design work of the sugar, for example.
So serving sets that are inspired by the cakes
Absolutely.
and
vice
cakes that
versa.
are inspired by the serving sets.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And kind of something that starts from the ground up and is a seamless, beautiful, organic design
Absolutely.
made for me.
Absolutely,
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
for you. Whatever Avi wants.
I love
That way
it.
when you're done with your sugar, you have a keepsake as well.
That's right.
Good.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Have your
Classic.
cake and eat it too, and then
Classic.
print it again.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Exactly.
Good, but we have even a bigger Iron Chef here
We
to
do.
talk about, right?
Yes.
This is more of the bench top, you know,
That's right.
kitchen countertop unit.
Exactly.
I should say the countertop, not the bench top. But on the other side, we have the real pro Iron Chef.
That's right.
Yeah.
The ChefJet
The real
Pro.
worker, yeah.
The real deal. So let's go
Let's
see
go
it.
So this is the ChefJet Pro, and it is full color. So when you saw the neon ombre sour candies over there, that came out of the ChefJet Pro. And you can print photographic quality onto any surface. It's amazing what you can do with this. We've had so much fun putting color onto all of our sugar models. We put some
Yeah, right up here.
photographic florals onto some surfaces that we modeled. So those are photographs of florals, of flowers that we just mirrored and wrapped around the surface. So any photograph you have, any pattern you love, really anything you can imagine can now go on to a beautiful cake topper or on a sugar cube or anything you can think of.
So for the first time ever, we have the Chef Pro, the ChefJet Pro, I should
Right.
say, at sub $10,000,
Exactly.
kitchen ready.
That's right.
Exactly.
Who should get excited about bringing this ChefJet Pro into their kitchen or into their environment?
Yeah.
Who would be the target audience?
Every bakery in America can have the ChefJet Pro at their disposal to complement the really artistic cake work that they already do. Hotels, event planners, restaurants,
Mixologists.
molecular gastronomists,
Yeah.
chocolatiers, all of those folks in the food and event space know how to already integrate 3D printed designs into the work that they already do, but they don't have the tool for it until now.
And if I don't know how to design in CAD, and I am a pastry chef or a confectionery artist or a professional chef, how do I get started? Tell me a little bit about our digital cookbook
Yes.
software that could help me get started intuitively and not have to learn new tools, but harness my creativity in a way that gives me perceptual, intuitive interfaces.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So both the ChefJet and the ChefJet Pro will come with the digital cookbook, which is a digital design software for the non-CAD user. And it allows a chef to build incredible complexity, starting with a primitive that meets their needs. So if they're looking to start a cake topper, they choose a primitive and then they can add complexity to that. So they can build complexity very rapidly, starting with whatever food or event category they'd like to design a piece for.
Yeah, that's what's really great. This digital cookbook is available online, and it's divided up, as Liz was saying, into event types. So if you know you're throwing a birthday party, you can scroll to the birthday party section of the digital cookbook, and there's going to be a variety of shapes that are there to meet your needs already. So there might be tiaras that would fit on a cupcake, or larger cake toppers, and you can navigate that section of the website and then further refine your digital design to be really personalized for that event.
Right.
So it could have the date or your name or the event type or a logo.
Or your face.
And all of that is really simple to use.
So kitchen ready,
Yes.
the real deal, the real Iron Chef in every kitchen in the world, available in two formats.
Exactly.
The ChefJet monochrome,
Yep.
under $5,000. The ChefJet Pro, under $10,000, multicolor,
Exactly.
larger
Larger format.
print format.
That's
Yep.
right.
Both equipped with the digital cookbook,
Exactly.
ready to come to a market near you
Exactly.
That's right.
sometime this summer.
And both with a variety of recipes: sugar, frosting, chocolate,
sweet.
and color.
Well, I can't wait to bring more sweetness into our lives.
Can't
Exactly.
either.
Yeah. A big part of mainstreaming 3D printing and our movement into 3D printing 2.0 is the whole notion of making it part of my lifestyle and integrate it into everything that I do. And one of the best ways to do it is to introduce the concept of physical photography. And as you know, a few weeks ago, we've introduced the Sense, which is the first physical photography device under $400 that allows you to take a complete printable 3D image of yourself in any part of your life. And as you can see here, we're in the process of scanning Marcel to find out how scanogenic she is. And once we do that, which takes a couple of seconds to do, we will be ready to edit it and print it instantly, because we have introduced with the Sense a complete ecosystem that's integrated, easy and intuitive, where you can capture, edit, and print in an integrated single environment. Gone are the complex editing tools, gone are all the need for other software programs. We have introduced the Sense as the first integrated physical photography device, and it's ready to go right there on the screen. But we're not done yet. Today at CES 2014, we're introducing another physical photography device, and to do that, I have my good friend Josh right here, who's going to talk to us about a completely new addition to our physical photography family of products,
Absolutely, and
the iSense.
we're really excited about this. Obviously, the iSense, it's for the iPad. It plugs directly in. It brings physical photography right to the iPad. So now, the same way you just saw with the Sense handheld scanner, we can do it directly here on the iPad.
In a way that's wireless, integrated and plugs directly to your tablet.
Completely portable. You can bring it out with you. You can bring it out in your life and capture the things around you. It's the next step in democratizing was obviously to bring it to the iPad.
Good, so show me how it works.
So the way it works is I just open up the iPad. It has a box. I choose Avi here, and I just walk around just as I did. You can see the tracking is amazing. I can pull like so, and then when I'm done, I have the scan. So yeah, that's the iSense. We're previewing it. When is it going to?
It's going to come to the marketplace probably this summer, and it's going to retail at $499, ready to go, made for the iPad.
And that includes the hardware and the software?
It includes the whole deal, one-stop shop, just like in the Sense. We're giving you a fully integrated environment.
So from Sense to iSense, it's pretty exciting in less than 6 months.
It's kind of you sense, I sense, we all sense,
Yeah.
and I have a sense that you're pretty scanogenic yourself.
Yeah, and we're doing the Sensation campaign here at CES 2014. So we're going to be scanning all kinds of people, celebrities, just the guests that we have in our booth. We'll be scanning them and giving the sensation. You'll see a little bit of that later on in your talk.
Can't wait.
Thanks.
So it looks like we have a little visitor here. Looks like we have a little visitor here, a little Cube 3 that came here. What is this exactly, Scott?
This is our Cube bot carrying our Cube 3 around the show, introducing 3D printing to the visitors here at CES.
I love it. And you can control it. It goes anywhere on its own.
It follows me everywhere.
Follows you around.
Yeah.
So it's a well-trained Cube 3.
It's a trained Cube bot.
So even though we just launched it yesterday, you already trained it.
Absolutely.
Pretty
absolutely.
impressive. So I'm here with Jim Nevin. Jim, you helped us architect and introduce what we now call Cubify 2.0,
Right.
which is the migration of Cubify into the universe of hosting, publishing, and production
Right.
in a way that brings my lifestyle to life
Exactly.
in 3D.
Right.
Right? It's all about how
Right.
do I make 3D part of my lifestyle.
Exactly.
You conceived of it.
Yep.
And tell me what we have here with Cubify 2.0.
So what we have here with Cubify 2.0, which is our platform, is a house. It's a virtual house. And because we're trying to illustrate the value to the consumer of all the different aspects of 3D printing. So fashion, kids, man cave, entertainment, decor. So all these broad aspects of 3D printing made almost invisible in your life. It just becomes a natural part of your life, and we're illustrating it right here on this wall.
So it's really, the essence is about 3D life made easy.
Right.
But it's even more than that because we made the getting there
Exactly.
easy. So what does that
Exactly.
mean?
So 3D printing is just really hitting the mainstream now, and getting there, to get there really means we are there. And now is the time to start adopting the 3D lifestyle. We have a host of curated products, which is the essence of Cubify.com, are the brands that we're working with. Our in-house brand, Fresh Fiber, which offers an amazing array of high quality 3D printed and customizable and personalizable 3D printed products that you can customize yourself or simply get off of the cloud. And so that's the branded part of the experience. And we're also really trying to emphasize the idea of co-creation and the idea of empowering you in your home to start playing with a little bit with the technology and having a lot of fun. This is really a blast.
So what we're saying is the universe doesn't need any more fingies and tchotchkes. It's time to get real. It's time to make it part of everyday life.
Right.
And one way to do it is with highly curated, eminently printable designs that allow me to bring everything that I like about my brands,
Right.
about my hobbies,
Yep.
about my fashion,
Right.
about my education
Yeah.
in ways that make it easy because I don't have to worry about how it works or why it works.
Yep.
For the first time, I can just enjoy it.
Exactly.
And it creates enormous opportunities for the brands to monetize all their
Exactly.
libraries of creations in new ways,
Right.
for consumers to personalize
Right.
and individualize and co-create with the brands,
Exactly.
and to do it on Cubify, because in Cubify we have the platform, the scale, and the security to create an experience with
Right.
confidence.
And we also have the full ecosystem. So we go all the way from something like the Sense, which is this exciting new way of doing 3D photography, physical photography,
Yeah.
to cloud-based or web-based printing. And in between there is the home. And the new Cube 3 printer, which is just an amazing printer. I know
Yeah.
Avi's already been talking about this, and that allows you to tap into all that ecosystem that powers this platform.
Now, you and I are not exactly the picture of fashion plates, right? However, I noticed that we
Yeah.
share a very
do.
similar taste here.
Yeah.
So what do you have on your wrist that I have on mine?
So this is a Nuka watch, and it's one of our featured brands on Cubify.com. So if you were to go to the fashion area of Cubify, you'll see Nuka featured there. It's a really cool 3D printed and stylizable watch.
Absolutely, and we're gonna go around and see some of the other brands on
Great.
Cubify, right?
Great, yes.
So let's go do it.
Okay.
So as we move into Cubify 2.0, we actually brought it to life entirely at CES 2014. And I want to invite you into the Cubify ecosystem so that you begin to see how we brought fashion to life here in a wardrobe, what we're doing in terms of stylizing and customizing fashion so that you can co-create. Home decor is right next to it, and this is how you can get there at home, whether it's in furniture, light fixture, and beautiful accessories, including, by the way, our new ceramic accessories. And then we come into the whole area of the man cave, where for the first time, we're basically saying to men, you deserve to have a place also to live out your dreams, hobbies, and aspirations. And we've also brought some really meaningful brands to Cubify, which are now live. We have brought 360 Heroes, which is the best-selling GoPro camera. We have brought completely new apps for kids exclusively on Cubify, like Blockify, that we'll talk about a little bit later. We now are happy to have Makey World on Cubify, allowing Makey Lab on Cubify, allowing little girls and older girls to actually design and make their own dolls. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is the digital dollhouse, which allows kids and their parents to actually design and decorate their entire dollhouse with 3D printed furniture that have been made on our beautiful cube. And to introduce that, we're fortunate to have with us Jessica Durchin,
Hi.
who is going to tell us all about digital play space and digital dollhouse.
Thank you, Avi.
So tell us, what's the big deal here? What are we looking at, Jessica?
What you are looking at is a house that's completely furnished with furniture that was created on the cube. So believe it or not, these items were printed and painted, and anyone can do it. I printed these out next to my desk. And if you come this way, you'll actually see that everything from these tables and the sink to miniatures, like this little pot and this little chair, were all created. This cat was created using the Sense scanner and then painted. So imagine now it's sort of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Mommy, I Shrunk my family and my pet.
So
And
Honey,
I'm
I
sitting-
Shrunk the Cat? Is that
That's
it?
right, Honey, I Shrunk the Cat. are now fitted into the dollhouse of your dreams.
So how do I do that? How do I get started? Where do I go? How do I become not only an interior decorator and a storyteller, but really a designer and a furnisher of my own dream house?
What's really fantastic about this product is, unlike having a regular catalog of items, you can go to digitaldollhouse.com or Dreamhouse Designer on Facebook and play with all of these items virtually. So as your item is being printed or while you're deciding, you can create these individual rooms with over 3,000 models, accessories, wallpapers, and then show it off to a virtual community of people and really create it for yourself. So you're customizing, sharing, designing, and shopping all at the same time. And digitaldollhouse.com and Dreamhouse Designer on Facebook really allow for you to express yourself in ways that you really haven't before.
Yep.
And what's even better is now, with 3D printing, you can actually bring it into your real life. So it's play meets 3D printing meets a whole new world.
And where do I find Digital Dollhouse?
Digitaldollhouse.com, and it's on Cubify.
I love it. I love it.
And you're up there, Avi.
How did I get up there?
You're king of your own house.
King of my own house. Amazing.
I love that. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was another Sense
scan.
Yeah. So physical photography really works, right? Cats and dogs.
Yes, giving it context. So it's really, really cool.
Awesome. So I'm with our incredible creative director for Cubify, Annie Shaw, who actually conceived of the whole fashion corner for Cubify. And I see that while you're a little prickly, you're very stylish.
Thank you,
So
Avi.
tell me about what we have here, Annie.
What we have here are some amazing brands that people can co-create with, and that's really the direction, the exciting direction of 3D printing right now. Brands like Nuka, where you can design a watch.
I got it.
and
You got it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
select your own band to go with it and just pop the watch in. Really stylish. Brands like Fresh Fiber, completely 3D printed, and then we've got some cube and 3D printed shoes that you could print out tonight if you were going out tonight. Voila, instant.
And these shoes are printed on the new Cube Pro.
These ones are printed on the new Cube Pro. These are amazing. How beautiful is that?
And they were created using Cubify Sculpt
That's correct.
by one of our interns.
Yes, that's correct. Such an easy program to learn. I learned it in 2 or 3 hours. It's incredible.
And it's life size and it's durable and I can wear it.
Yeah.
And of course, if I am a shoe brand, I can for the first time now begin to create some of those hybrids, right? I can begin to actually look at the fusion between traditional shoemaking with traditional materials and something really exciting.
I think hybridization of materials is a really hot trend, and this is the way forward.
So if I'm a fancy brand of shoes, if I'm Jimmy Choo, how do I get engaged here?
You can get engaged if you have the skill in creating the body of a shoe. We can develop hybridized, we can develop the heels, platforms, areas where customers can customize this to make a truly unique shoe just for themselves. Nobody else will have a shoe exactly like this.
So you can come to us, we can do the hosting, publishing, stylizing for you within the Cubify ecosystem, and we can fuse it with your traditional manufacturing.
That's right, it's amazing.
Awesome.
Awesome stuff.
And what is this? Besides, don't touch me.
Well, don't touch me. This is a beautiful textile created by Orion Ellenzil and turned by me into some epaulettes. This is a very prototypical piece that we're working on. We're going to be creating a lot more of these. They're all 3D printed, there are chains, and a lot of these are all printable on the Cube.
Wow.
Which is incredible. And they have beautiful articulation that you certainly wouldn't want to touch.
I love it. Prickly and beautiful. Yesterday we announced a strategic collaboration with the Intel Corporation around their RealSense 3D camera and perceptual computing. Today we're introducing a perceptual design tool, the first ever 3D mouse with haptical feedback that we call the Touch. And the Touch will bring perceptual design into perceptual computing in ways that have not been conceived of before. It's going to be priced with all the integrated software at $499, and to introduce how the new Touch 3D mouse works and to talk about perceptual design, I have again my good friend Josh here. So tell me, what's the big deal about the Touch besides it looks really, really awesome?
So again, we're introducing a groundbreaking product today. This is the Touch. It's the first ever consumer haptic device for 3D modeling, 3D sculpting. And this is aimed at tearing down the walls between the expert CAD user and the other 99% of people who want to embrace the 3D printing lifestyle.
And want to grab hold and touch their design, right? Because this is all about really touching your design.
Yeah, you can feel it. I've been using haptics for a while now, and when I touch something and you feel it and you can move it over, it's revolutionary. It's like working with clay. It's like working with modeling foam. You can touch it, you can feel it.
So intuitive, gestural, perceptual, beginning to make design organic so that we could mainstream it and do it with the first ever 3D mouse that gives you perceptual haptics at your fingertip.
And priced for everyone. Priced in a way that everyone can have it on their desktop. Because 3D tools for 3D problems, 2D tools for 2D problems. And as we move into the next generation of 3D printing 2.0, these are the tools that are going to open it up to everybody. So with this device, when I pick it up, I can actually feel the resistance, and I can feel the clay, and I can work intuitively with the model.
I'm here with my good friend Carl Meyer, the founder of Gentle Giant Studios and one of the early adopters of scan-to-print technologies for motion picture, for collectibles, for articulated toys, to talk about how we're going to revolutionize for brands and for merchandisers the whole world of publishing and printing in 3D. So Carl, what do we have here?
Well, we have some displays of some licensed characters from Star Wars, Marvel, and The Walking Dead, but this is the short list of a multitude of properties and categories that we've produced under our own brand, and we also do a lot of work for other companies as well. So, I mean, we are the very first company to ever use 3D printing as well as 3D scanning and modeling and apply it to consumer products, the toy world.
In a way that's integrated. You have the whole pipeline, and you do it in a way that's safe and secure for brands to play on this platform.
Absolutely. In fact, we're relied on for confidentiality and brand integrity. That was part of the reason for us being successful, is niching into the entertainment industry and kind of filling a void and utilizing the digital capabilities as a secure pipeline for everything from figurines to digital models for interactive video games, visual effects, etc., etc. But for us, you know, our heart always is in the world of toys and the physical being. And I think it was 16 plus years ago when we had that eureka moment at 3D Systems, printing out Minnie Mouse bottle topper was the very first thing I proofed out, from getting a scan of and then printing it. And that was the beginning of, I think, solutions for the world.
Yeah. And this week, as we come together, we're going to now use your powerful publishing platform and the complete pipeline from scan to print in a way to scale it for the benefit of toy companies, collections, entertainment companies, and merchandisers, and we're going to be opening the vault, right?
Yes.
Tell me about opening the vault.
Well, you know, what you're talking about is basically unlimited. I mean, we have the ability to create anything. So that is a very powerful place to be. And, you know, being an early adapter, the first company to start working in this fashion, we're talking about over 15 years of 3D content to print, working with all of the major studios, working on films, and having this vast platform of approved, or at least at the time approved, characters that are are the real geometry, and that's what we strive for when working on someone's IP, is getting their real geometry and being true to
So
form.
authentic, real, approved, secured, and a decade plus collection that we're going to open up to the public.
Terabytes of content. Terabytes and terabytes of content and solutions for studios and toy companies, and
To do it responsibly on a grand scale.
well, I think that's a very important point. Is keeping the ability for the studios to be able to monetize their IP and do it to where the brand integrity is there. I mean, otherwise everything would be hand sculpted elsewhere in China or other countries where the labor is less. But having it domestic, and that's one of the things that really excites me about what is going on with 3D systems and the future. The present and the future is, I believe, in the additive manufacturing process. I believe in limiting tooling. I believe in not shipping things unnecessarily.
Localizing.
I believe in, that's the one word.
Yeah,
I believe in not
localizing,
carrying
yeah.
a lot of inventory and dumping it into the landfills. This is very exciting to me. And as you can see, the quality is
The
second
quality
to none.
is
So
second to none. Yeah.
I'm very pleased to be part of this change and take things to even the next level.
Well, there you have it. At the floor of CES 2014, with Carl, we're taking it to the next level. So, one of the most exciting announcements that we're making here at CES 2014 is the arrival of the Cube Jet. And the Cube Jet is at the heart of our 3D Printing 2.0 mainstreaming, because for the first time ever at a sub $5,000, Ryan, we are bringing a full color CJP, color jet printing device to a benchtop near you with the Cube Jet. So talk to me a little bit about what this incredible first ever full color printer can do for the consumer and the prosumer.
Well, now everything at Cubify right now is printed off site, so now the consumer can make full color prints right here in their desk. So they can print figurines, for instance. That's what's printing right now. You can see on the screen here, it's printing the 6 figurines which fit inside this 8x6.
So the 3D Me figurines, the full color 3D Me figurines of a Star Trek selfie or a princess selfie, I can now print at home. I can print in my own shop if I have a collectible shop, and I can do it with a device that's going to cost me under $5,000 and will print in full color. Is that what you're telling me?
That is what I'm telling you. Yes.
That is
Under
absolutely
5,000.
incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
Yep. Yeah, and then there will be the accessory unit that goes along with it, and everything will come together.
So turnkey solution in full color, coming to a consumer shop or a consumer event, or a retail space near me and you.
Yep. Second half of 2014.
Pretty incredible. Can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I'm here with my good friend Ash Martin to talk about another big giant step in mainstreaming 3D printing under 3D Printing 2.0 and bringing the experience to the retail floor, to the shopping mall, to the store in a way that anybody, even without a 3D printer, can immediately begin to participate and to experience the impact of 3D printing and how it could fit into their lifestyle. So what do we have here, Ash? Tell me about it.
So this is the 3D Me photo booth. It's a physical photography pod that allows you to capture yourself in 3D and then play instantaneously with an interactive 3D Me experience. Any one of our 3D Me applications are available. It's kind of a one-stop shop, capture, play, create that
So let me get this. Is this like the old-fashioned 2D photo booth on steroids?
Exactly.
I mean, is that what you're talking about?
So instead of one camera, we have 6, and we magically capture your face in 3D and put you on a figurine.
So show me how it works. I mean, I can't wait to see this.
We've got Saskia in our booth here. So Saskia, what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and push the capture button.
Wow, I can see Saskia too. And it tells her to look up, and it does a little countdown, and it's done.
Done. So she's going to get a chance to make sure that she likes her photo.
I like it.
You like your photo, Saskia?
I do.
Excellent.
So now what?
So now we go ahead and confirm, and in about 60 seconds, her image will pop up on the back screen there, and she'll be able to make her own personalized Star Trek figurine using our Star Trek 3D Me.
That is, so this is all like self-serving. I don't need a professional attendant to tell me what to do.
No, it's completely user-driven, and that's what makes it great for retail spaces where you're
Yep.
not going to have an associate there kind of guiding people through all the time, as well as large events. You saw how quick we were able to capture Saskia instantaneously, and it's extensible. So we've got one app terminal here on the back.
Okay, awesome. So let's see what we're gonna do with Saskia.
So we'll wait a little second, a while for Saskia's to pop up, but in the meantime, we'll go ahead and play with Ryan here.
Okay.
So we have Ryan, and this is our Star Trek 3D Me application, so you get the ability to give him some hair. I think Ryan wants the shower cap look, maybe in pink, you know. And then he'll go on and he'll select his Star Trek figurine all the way through to the purchase process.
So I can select the base. Can I personalize a message on the base?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Okay.
not only is it personalized with your own face, but you can also personalize it with a message on the base. So at this point, we'll go ahead and check and find Saskia there.
Wow, here is Saskia.
So here's Saskia.
Hairless.
Hairless, exactly.
But Saskia, do we get to style you, or do you want to do it?
I'll
Get in
style
here.
myself.
All right, we'll get in there.
I'll go for. I'm gonna go for pink.
You go for pink too.
Now let's see.
Oh.
Ooh, see? Now you'll see. So the nice part is with Saskia's hair, it's a little off there. We've added this tool that allows you to just bring that hair up just a little bit.
Ooh,
get it
you
just
can
perfect.
style it and comb it.
Exactly.
So now what?
So now you choose your pose. Saskia
Alright.
decided to be a Vulcan.
Gonna be science.
Oh, insignia too. Choose your rank. I like it.
Perfect.
Now here at CES, we're taking names and email addresses, but depending upon what environment this ends up being in, this could be the order process right there. It could get sent to the point of sale. It could get sent to the event itself. There's all sorts of opportunities here.
So the 3D Me Photopod coming to a market near you second half of this year, and it's going to be open to retailers and traditional photo shops and shopping malls and anybody who wants to begin to play and experience 3D.
Exactly, and it leverages the entire
Ecosystem.
Cubify ecosystem, our cloud fulfillment system, that secure hosting, publishing, and fulfillment system. So it's all
So
locked in.
selfify yourself in confidence.
Exactly.
I love it. No 3D printing 2.0 segment will be complete without our ever-growing 3D printed band, because at the end of the day, this is all about making beautiful music for the consumer and the prosumer. And I'm here with my good friend Buddy Byram, who's our Vice President of Channel Development and a drummer extraordinaire on the very first 3D printed drum kit. I had to learn that it's not a drum set, Buddy, it's a drum kit, right? And with another beautiful steampunk guitar that was printed with all the moving parts in one piece. And it's a metaphor, Buddy, for the fact that all together with our retailers, with our brands, with our consumers, within the ecosystem, we can make beautiful 3D printed music, right? So hit it, pal.